Alright, just a quick test. Alright, sounds like we are up and running. Perfect. I have this shared with where I need to have it shared to begin with. We should be good to go now. This is now part 6 of a however many part it takes series to help fundraise to get my wife to Carnegie Hall in New York. If you are not aware by now, we are doing this in an effort to raise money for my wife to get to Carnegie Hall with her choir in New York City. They invited them out to perform some stuff, and obviously they are not helping with any of the costs to get there, lodge, perform, and get back. So this is where I come in. I'm raising money for Laura in order to get her out of the house. Love you, sweetheart. No, I'm raising money so that way because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for her. Want her to be able to experience that, and with everything that she does for everybody around her, it's the least I can do. So, with that being said, I have my checklist up. Yesterday, when we ended, we beat Godric the Grafted. He was the pretty much the main boss of this region, and let's take a look at the stats here real quick. This is what I came in with. I actually could have distributed the stuff a lot better than I did. Uh, However, I am really hoping that I can finally focus on putting more into vigor, more into endurance, and I'm good on strength and dexterity for right now, but I really want to pump that intelligence because we have a spell that would be absolutely bonkers with this build. Night Comet. Of course, everybody knows Night Comet if you're Elden Ring veterans at this point, but Night Comet is pretty much the cheat button for any kind of spell build at that point. Not going to touch Faith and Arcane because, well, that's just me, I guess. We didn't talk to this gentleman who is stomping on his old boss.
Pathetic excuse for a lord, you. Oh, hello there. This weasel was. Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
So obviously now you get to go ahead and purchase from his shop. Now, if you did not know, I will buy that. Buckler is nice. If you did not know, when you first got into this castle and he told you to take the hole in the wall because nobody knew anything about it, he was leading you on the path of most resistance because every time you die, he will get a certain amount of your runes and you'll never get those back. So I think I died, what, twice? So I lost 10% each time, possibly. Doesn't matter because most of the stuff that I got, I had already spent the souls for and wasn't really missing anything. So, with that being said, we have a little bit of business to take care of back at the round table hold. As you can see here, we have Remembrance of the Grafted. You get these for beating what are considered remembrance bosses, the bigwigs, so to speak. And if you are confused at all about any of their backstories or histories or anything like that, you can always read item descriptions. Item descriptions hold most of the story in Elden Ring or Dark Souls or Bloodborne or anything in that series pretty much. Remembrance of Godric the Grafted, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes, which I will do because I do not desire any of his weapons. A feeble man sought power through the grotesque act of grafting. One day we'll return together to our home bathed in rays of gold. So this guy was kind of a schmuck. And this is the arena we fought him in. So anyway, we are not done with this area yet. We actually have to head up this area, go across here, go down here for a little talisman, and then take a transporter. It'll take us all the way over here where we can activate his great rune, and to great effect too. Gives us some much needed step boosts. As long as I don't die often, I should be okay, but that's probably not going to happen. You're going to see me die a lot. Haven't figured out how I want to tackle that yet because actually what I might do, go back here, take the rooftops again, snipe whatever I can down below in this area, and then come up to this northern wall, sneak along it, get in so that way I can get the Site of Grace. But I can do that in a little bit. Give me a second.
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Well then.
Yeah, again, you have a prayer book. Do not give it to him. There is somebody that you can give it to who is more reliable and will not disappear on you.
May the Golden Order shine.
Thank you.
Go to Garanka. Killing those is a path.
Alright, so he hasn't changed. Rozier's out here.
Ah, we meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need? Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
So he gives you his rapier.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite.
So what about that big-ass head we found under Stormvale?
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
Well, what about your friend out there, D?
Ah, so you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. D was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
Perfect. Now, do you have anything new for me to learn? No, not so much. So as you see, he gave you this. So the skill that is attached to it is Glint Blade Phalanx. And what it does is around your shoulders and head, he'll set up a series of ethereal kind of swords, and they'll stay hovering over you. And if you're locked, actually, I don't think you even have to lock onto an enemy. They'll just automatically track whoever's nearest to you who is hostile, and they will all together shoot at them and boom, take them out. So, kind of useful if you want to go ahead and use that. Be my guest. I will not be using it. Quick step, quick step. I'm not going to use this at all, so not a big loss to me on that one. Yeah, anything that you can't or won't use and you know you're not going to use it, you can pretty much just sell and get a couple extra runes for them. Might as well, right? Let's go over here and make sure we didn't miss any dialogue with...
Greetings. Are you here for spirit?
Nope, did not miss anything with her.
Now, those eyes tell a story of a challenger who's felled her mark. Find them well. Now lay out your arms.
He's always focused on smithing. Dutiful, man. Alright, let's go in and see this lady.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you? Now. You are so.
Ooh. She wants to talk to me in secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes.
She has even more to say.
My dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Roger began to weep as he spoke.
So what about this Black Knife print?
In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife prints that fascinate dear Roger so.
She's giving me a clue.
But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the Round Table hold. Perhaps you could make use of it?
Okay. Oh yeah. Also part of the checklist. Cannot forget about this if you wish to have it as part of your set. Oh, that's... We're going to go back down where we got that chrysalid memento. Got to remember which door it's out of. Ugh, I need myself a torch too. And is this it? No, that's not it. Perfect. And on top of this pile you have Crimson Hood. So it gives you a little bit extra HP. Only by a point. Well, it only increases your vigor by a point, but it ends up giving you close to 30 points of extra HP. Yeah, the defense on it is not very good, but the weight comes down, which allows me to possibly put this on. Perfect. Little Red Riding Hood. We got to get you some better clothes, though. All right. So there is another hood that you can get. It's the Royal Blue Hood, and that should increase your mind by 1, if I am remembering correctly. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We also have a couple of people over here to talk to. That door's not open yet because I didn't talk to the lady up in here first. Yay, I get a new gesture. What does the message say? Yep. Alright, talk to this lady.
Are you that new tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind,
to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you. Well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the crater of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, Tarnished, you are here to take, are you not? Ah, great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess, Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left.
Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
Well, she had a lot to say, man. Here we go. I just got a text from Mom and Pop. They're up north and enjoying their 52nd wedding anniversary as we speak. Apparently, they had some narrow roads, really narrow roads, as in there wasn't even enough room for 1.5 cars on the road. Kind of reminds me of some of the back roads we took in Ireland. Ooh wee! Some of those got scary, but man, it was a fun drive. Anyway, now that that's all done, as you can see, you have a whole list of slots here for when you actually get remembrances from bosses. And if you so choose, you can use the remembrance to pick up weapons or spells or other things that might benefit you much greater than any normal weapons or spells ever could. So here he has a fist weapon that you can take, or he has his big great axe. And for some people, might be a wonderful investment to go ahead and use a remembrance for those. For me, it is not. So if you are following along, or you have your own build that you're doing, you can choose to go ahead and use the remembrance for one of those items. Me? I'm going to get a free 20,000 souls from them. Let's go. Yep, that'll be good. I already have the strength and dex requirement for Moonveil. I need to get that to 23 for the sword, but I need to get it to 38 for the spell that I want. So for now, I'm going to concentrate on putting it in here and here while sprinkling some in endurance, so that way I can carry everything. But that vigor will come in handy here in a little bit, because I am going to be going to activate the great rune here that she was just talking about here in a little bit. Here, 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 here. Apparently I'm saying here a lot. Do I say here a lot?
The wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome, as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon Ofnir, as a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. I am accumulating knowledge, to be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the volcano manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth, the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Alright, I could cycle through all this stuff, but that is a lot of dialogue. I am not willing to put you guys through that, at least more than usual. I'm going to wreck your chair for that. And your ladder. And your tea table. Somebody's message stayed up there. Woohoo! Alright. Anyway, come out here. You'll remember this wonderful young lady who helped us in the Godric the Grafted fight. Talk to her.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the Round Table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Arsenal Charm ups your equip load, which can come in handy.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while. It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
Alright, that should take care of her dialogue. And for now, we can go back and talk to this guy for one more piece of dialogue.
Well, what is...
About Nefeli.
I understand you've been speaking to Nefeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
Alright. And I will cycle through this stuff myself, just that way it opens up way more dialogue later. But the gist of it, he's giving you a little bit of background on each of these. And you can go through that at your own pace. Not something I am willing to put you through, because sometimes the dialogue can get a little, whoo.
Go to Garancon. Killing those is a path.
Okay, so that didn't really change anything. Does Rogier have anything?
Always good to see. So,
Nope. Alright, perfect. So, with that done and out of the way, We have sufficiently leveled our skills. And we are going to go and activate this bad boy right here. Seek the Divine Tower of Limgrave, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Stormvale Castle. Getting there might be a little bit of an issue. Because if you remember, we actually came down through the center of this in order to get the Gateside Chamber Site of Grace. And there are archers and ballista folks waiting on the wings just to be able to nail your butt to the wall. I'm thinking that this might be the best course of action, taking Rampart Tower and going through the rooftops in order to snipe them, and then so basically here's what we would do. We'd go out the normal way, we'd jump out the rooftop, work our way down to kind of this portion where there was some elevated portions that we could get to, and pick off most of the ballista folks, and then run our booties over here to the north wall, pick up Trina's Lily, and get in here before the big lion guy decides to eat our butts. I think that's the plan. A little quick drink of water before I get going, and we have everything we should require. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. There might be an easier way. I'm not remembering it, to be fair. Because over there, if you see down there, off to the kind of east-northeast there's an archway with other ballista folks. How do I want to proceed with you? I think I'm just gonna there we go. A little distance game here never hurt anybody. Oh, I should have gone up that. Never mind, I think I can do this. There's the courtyard down there for... Let's get Arrow's Reach on. I am going to put that on just in case. And all right, he's going to turn around. Oh my god, how did I mess that up so badly? Wow, I suck. First death, and it's not even to a boss. Okay. All right. I was not familiar with your game, sir. Let's do this again. And we'll shoot an arrow at the Balchinian over there. Kaboom! Don't, I really don't think going up there is going to help anything, but come on, man. There we go. Gonna try this again. Please don't mess this up, sir. Stick to what works. Oh, I can't believe I let that happen. And then there's you. Mighty shot. There will be, excuse me, somebody coming over here very shortly. Yeah, see, that's the path, and we're up as high as we can get here. And in a good position to snipe some people. Nope, not going to do that. We want to go this way. Oh, for real? Alright, let's get his head dialed in, and there we go. The thing is, there's 2 knights over there. And even with the arrows reach talisman, reaches a little bit low. So let's aim so that way the 2 crosshairs on the bottom kind of hug his eagle. Oh, that went way over his head. Okay. Focus on the eagle. Did that really not hit him? Sir. Alright, that should be close enough. Oh, you're gonna back up on me. Still got him, good. Alright, so here is the play. There's that guy over there. That guy right there. And when you turn around, there's that guy right there. That takes care of the biggest issues. That's only close range, but I'm still going to hit him. There shouldn't be anything else in our way. I'm still going to take you down just for safety. Ooh, Trina's Lily. There we go. Another one. Life is good. Little crossbow for you guys if you are so inclined to have one for yourself. Yeah, that is a big drop, I think. So long as we have... Alright, yeah, we'll... Bam! And this will secure our safety for most of the rest of the way to the site of grace. Because everybody is facing that way. We don't need to go that way. We have to come up here. And as you can see, right dead center is the lion dude I was talking about. Now, I've already died to the banished knight that I shouldn't be dying to once today. There is no way I'm fighting that thing. So with that being said, we are going to kind of sneak along the wall over here. Gonna get up here. And then we're in like Flynn. And this is our destination. Let's see what we can do now. So here, it's not really going to matter what we do. I mean, that would help, but even my strength is way too low to two-hand that, I think. I'm not going to be using a lot of magic on this bridge. So what I'm thinking I am going to do instead... There. And because of what we're going to be going up against, we'll enhance our jump attacks. A charge attack would be good, but I think stamina is going to be way more important here. So, Cerulean Tears out of the picture. We can get rid of you. And we might as well two-hand this. What's going to happen is there's going to be 3 giants on this bridge. And we got a talisman for that. There's going to be 3 giants. My aim is to make sure that I play this... Yeah, see, there's one right there. You don't want all 3 of them getting up. If you do that, you're asking for some serious yuck. No! Sir, please stay back there. Nope, all 3 of them. Not doing this. That one's already firing arrows. What we want to see. Oh, he's gone. Very good. Oh, God. Time to get behind some cover. Come on over here, sir. Is that another one down? Dang right it is. Perfect. Now, when you run at this guy, stay kind of hidden behind that far post. He'll just fire the arrow into that and everything will be good. Yeah, stay there. My wife just found $3.89 for gas. Where? Sorry. I just can't believe she found $3.89 gas. God, I remember when I was a kid, I'd look across the street and gas would be 89 cents. That's how old I am. I am so old, it's not even funny. Jump, jump. There we go. This should be it. Alright, that is the bridge taken care of. I guess I didn't even need to switch out anything for my... I even got a golem great bow out of that. Life is good. Okay, so anyway, this is a teleporter. That teleporter, because the bridge is broken, transports you all the way across to that big-ass tower over there. Hi, tree. So it teleports you all the way over to that tower. We don't want to do that yet. We want to come down here to the ruins of the bridge. And apparently pick up some soft cotton. Yeah, sure. No, sir. No jumping. I'll still give you a good rating out of that. And this, Ash of War Scarab. It slightly reduces the FP cost of skills, but increases the damage taken, which some talismans can be worth that trade-off, but this is not for me, at least not yet. And we hop back up. And we take the teleporter over. So anytime you beat a major remembrance boss here in the base version of the game, they each have a tower dedicated to them. Not all of them are going to be equipable. Some of them have passive purposes like respecking your character. Spoiler alert. Not all of them are equipable, but the ones that are usually have some pretty decent bonuses with them. There's like one or two of them that I wouldn't touch with a 90-foot pole, but again, that's just me talking. You can follow along with this, copy whatever you want, except for the dying. You don't want to copy the dying. Alright, where are we here? That looks like Kaled. Yep. That would be Radahn's Divine Tower. I believe that is Rykard's. I don't know whose that would be. Maybe maybe Melania or Melena or God. I don't know. I have to go back and check those out for myself. Anyway, come up here and restore the power. This is an equipable Great Rune, and it will definitely be the most useful thing for us for the near future. Let's get out of here. Just kind of set up a base of operations here, and let's equip this so that way you can see what we mean. Great Rune. Raises all attributes. A Great Rune of the Shardbearer Godric. Its blessing raises all attributes. This Great Rune is known as the Anchor Ring, found in the center of the Elden Ring. The first demigods were the Elden Lord Godfrey and his offspring, the Golden Lineage. Equip it. So, it doesn't do anything until you use I don't have one yet. That's okay. Let's go get one. So anyway, before we do any of that, you can see my stats: 21 vigor, 16, 13, 16, 18, 21, 6, and 9. As soon as we get a rune arc, you will see how that changes about. So, again, off on the left-hand side of the screen there, you can see where my stats are at. And as soon as we use a rune arc, it's automatically noticeable with your life bar, your FP bar, and your stamina. It grows instantly. And your stats all increase by 5. Which means at this point, not only can I wield my Moonveil katana that I've been blustering about, I'm also a hell of a lot stronger. So instead of rune level 40, you get 40 extra points spread along all of your attributes, and that's basically putting you at level 80 at that point. 40 with your base stats, and with, as long as you don't die, the Great Rune still stays in effect, and you're basically at level 80. That is a huge bonus for you at this point in the game. And at this point, you should definitely be playing as carefully as possible, so that way you don't have to go farm up runes to get more rune arcs. However, with that being said, there are other ways to get those rune arcs. I've had them drop off of rats and basic enemies like that. So it's not impossible to run across them, but it isn't recommended that you keep dying to find out. That would be bad for everyone involved. Alright, let's get our usual stuff back on here. Where's my guard counter one? There we go. Perfect. There, now you're looking like a real warrior there with your prisoner clothes. And, well, let's see what do your traveler's clothes do here. So, put that on. Traveling garb. There we go. There, now you're a stalwart warrior. Might not be the most fashionable for now. However, it does increase the amount that you can step in poison swamps and scarlet rot places and stuff like that too. So, with that being said, not a bad little trade-off. Minus a little fashion for a lot more.
Your divinity, have mercy and grant me forgiveness. The road is yet long, a god is not easily felled. But one day without fail you will have your wish. So please grant me forgiveness, Queen America.
Sir, I was in the middle of saying something and I just completely lost track. But that's okay, let's go ask about your prayer.
I didn't notice you there. I'll be doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your arms. Those words were not meant for you. I may be prisoner to you, tarnished lot, but my prayers are mine, and mine alone. Well, I've had my say. I'll be more careful too.
Perfect. All right. So now that we have everything, I don't have everything. Give me 1 second here because I am pretty sure that I am missing something here on my checklist. In fact, I know I'm missing something on my checklist. Did I overlook going to... I think I overlooked actually going to one of the caves. Oh, there's Fort Height in my... I overlooked going to a cave. I'm going to do that real quick because I know if I forget about it, and it is actually pretty beneficial. The cave is actually right here. Easiest way to get there is from Aggie Lake North. I'm going to have to add that in my checklist then, because there is no way I should have missed that. I apologize for that boo-boo. You're fine for a drop. Never mind. I think I already got the Trina's Lilies in here. Yeah. But for now, we have a cave to get through. And this has a plethora of lower smithing stones on it. So, get your torch out, and before you even think about it, jump off the elevator. There, we'll get a golden rune. Actually, take that back out. You can jump down here and then walk off the rest of that stuff. Let's get our flasks back up and running to... We'll do 2 and 5 just for safety. Should not need to heal too much in here, especially with the bows and the magic that I have to be able to back me up, but you never know. Always keep 2 on lock. And those shiny little things on the sides of the wall there are smithing stones. Always grab them. Backstab. Now, if you are having some issues with getting their health all the way down, these guys are vulnerable to like clubs, or let's say these things right here, to hammers. A little steady stab. This one doesn't do anything. Come right up. Kaboom. Take the shiny off the wall. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, Lord, he coming. There we go. Oh, and the rats decided to come out. There we go. And smush. That was going to be the next place I went, but for some reason they decided to come out. There's a smithing stone 1 there. There's nothing to jump off for on the side here. Nothing to really write home about. However, we are going to go all the way down. It's not the area that we want to be in, but we can pick something up to make this boss fight especially easy. Almost no-brainy if you've come here prior to this and had problems with the boss. So let's get over here. I see a pupper. Goodbye to pupper. Could normally be careful here, but sorry, sir. Alright, behind here is another shiny. Pick it up. Here is a shiny. Do not believe those messages. There is nothing over there. And in this shack, you will find large glintstone scraps. Perfect to use on the boss. Alright, come up here and get ready to jump off right here. Blow up. So, a couple of those guys are real sensitive to fire because they have some flammable stuff on their backs. Forgot to tell you that. That's why I used fire arrows on them. There we go. Pick up some more smithing stones as long as you're at it. And once again, there's a little nook that you can jump down to over here. Take a golden rune, a somber smithing stone. Perfect. Over here is one more, and that's that. Now, if you came in here earlier and you ran into some problems, go ahead and equip this large glintstone scrap. Let's get our summon up. So we'll open the door, summon our dude. We will drink a magic potion. And then we'll just chuck a bunch of these large glintstone scraps at the boss. That's pretty much it. summon up. Drink your stuff. And let Engvald get his... Okay, run between his legs if he comes after you. Lock onto him. And send out every glintstone scrap that you have. That's it. You get a roar medallion for your troubles. Okay. Now I'm satisfied because I do have down in the lower portion of the checklist for Southern Limgrave, the Kenneth Height mission. So I did not miss that, but I did miss this cave for some reason. And it probably would have come in handy to have those extra smithing stones and runes on hand to be able to customize your character a little bit better. But I digress. I was an idiot. That's par for course, though. Shh. Don't tell anybody. All right. So we've already got the Morning Star. We got the Castle Morn Rampart. Site of Grace. We already got the map, of course. However, we also need to beat the Night Cavalry around here. And I might actually do the Deathbird, which is over here. I'm thinking about it. But that will be for later tonight. I just wanted to finish off this portion of the map so that way everything was done up here. With the exception of Fort Height and the Schaffer River Well. Because Schaffer River Well is a little bit more involved. It's not terrible, but going through this portion of the map should liven things up for us just a bit. So let's get down here. Let's get ourselves situated so that way when I come back tonight, I'll be able to go right into it for you guys. There's the Night Cavalry. He will be first up on the list for the to-do when we start up next time. But for now, I am going to leave it here. Thanks for coming by and having a good time with me. If you're watching this at a later time, thank you very much for tuning in. It doesn't matter when you tune in. I'm going to die either way. But hopefully you found it interesting and or a little bit entertaining. If you didn't, I'll give you refunds. I swear. I will be back probably around 7 o'clock tonight, so I will speak at you guys then. Thanks a lot, and once again, we're doing this for the wifey, so let's do this again tonight. Hopefully we can get some more eyes on this, hopefully get a little bit more donations or some shares happening on that, and we'll just kind of go from there. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day. We'll see you tonight at around 7 o'clock. Catch you later.